Hello everyone. Today our topic of discussion is how to make the right decisions in life. People of all ages struggle to decide what objective to create for themselves. Most of us usually have no specific idea what our mission in life should be, and we are unsure of our life's purpose or what we should be doing with ourselves. How do we make life meaningful, choose the best job and academic path for ourselves, and make enough money to cover our basic requirements and more? Life is like a clean slate and a blank canvas into which we can add meaning. Infants lack great intellectual and linguistic skills at birth. As we develop, the inputs from others around us creates in us an awareness, and with their support we become enabled and empowered. In life, one should decide the right goals that should be set. Goals are to be set based on the aspirations that one has for oneself, keeping in mind the resources that is available to carry out those aspirations. It is observed that individuals generally decide what goals to have based on the things they lack. Why is it so? Because there is no goal to be established if you have already achieved something. It is usually to address a lack of something that we set goals. Goals are established to address deficiencies in knowledge, education, purpose, profession, income, and profitability. We establish goals to try to solve a problem or to address an insufficiency. Consequently, identifying the problem, deficiency, the desired changes or progress that is to be achieved is the first step to deciding what aim to set. What do you need in life more than what you now possess? Or more precisely, what choices must you make in order to either advance in life or avoid losing what you already possess? Goals are generally set to achieve the following purposes: to attain more in life than what you already have, or to get to the next level, to decide which activity should be carried out in order to avoid losing what you already possess, goals to address lack or deficiency, goals to solve problems. Jot down the goals that are specific to your life in the aforementioned category. What is the next level that you want to get to in life? What more do you want to attain in life? What steps must you take to prevent a loss? What problems do you want to solve? Once you have the answers to these questions with reference to the context of your life, then you'll have established realistic goals that are doable. I hope you have now understood what kind of goals should be set. Once you have chosen the correct goals in your life, the next step is to find out how to reach them. Gather information. One of the most crucial things you can do is to make proper decisions in life. Information is the most vital thing that is required to take a decision. There are several factors that influence decision making. The individual's options are constrained by the information and abilities that he or other potential influencers may possess. A person is frequently taught the same skill set, body of knowledge, and set of beliefs as those he is molded by. The individual's life is shaped by the people in his immediate surrounding. Sometimes he is forced to follow the consensus of his family members or members of the society, regardless of whether that decision is good for him or not. Although each person has limited access to resources, information, and skill sets from his finite surroundings, he can nevertheless arrange to be in the right circumstances in which he wants to live in by planning ahead. The challenges that the majority of individuals encounter is that despite their desire to escape their constraining circumstances, they lack the financial resources and support to choose their own path. It has been noted that often a person simply cannot do the right things due to contrary circumstances. Although he may be aware of what is right, but he is unable to access the resources, conditions, and support needed to make the choices that would lead to happiness. He would naturally decide to take advantage of those situations if he could see that he had access to those resources and the desired environment. However, finding these appropriate conditions and resources might be challenging in real life. How do you make wise choices in life? Is there a formula for making right decisions? Decisions may only be carried out if you have the necessary funds to carry it out. It's important to recognize which area of life you should decide on or arrange first before making any other decision. The first thing that should be put in order in one's life is their financial situation. This is the first decision that we should be taking a decision about. Making decision that will put you on the path of consistent, uninterrupted income should be your first priority in life. It would be wonderful if you had a secondary source of income in addition to your primary one. In order to maintain financial stability, the most crucial choice in life is to ensure financial security. Having a regular source of income will be the basis for making all your other decisions. Finding financial freedom should be your fundamental goal in life. What are the aspects that you should take decision about? It depends on what you want established in life. For most of us, the next priority in life after fixing a regular source of income is to make plans to have a permanent residence, a vehicle of our own, a health insurance policy to cover short-term medical emergencies, and a life insurance policy to secure the welfare of dependents in case of any misfortune, and maintaining a healthy bank balance to pay for short-term and long-term funds. These are the aspects that people give importance in order to secure themselves in life. Giving precedence to acquiring funds and resources for securing the essentials of life before anything else is a crucial rule to follow when making decisions. Many people have a very vague notion of what they would want in life. Even when their fundamentals are not in place, the majority of people spend their money on things that excite them and on shopping. Spending money and time on activities that you love the most can have an accelerating effect on your spirits. Therefore, it's good to engage in activities that lift your mood and make you very happy. Making decisions in a way that money, effort, and resources required for basic necessities is not diverted towards frivolous activities is key to earlier settlement in life. When taking decisions in life, always address your fears first. Jot down what you fear would go wrong and take action to stop it. Make a note of what could go well as a result of your efforts and aim to achieve it. When you have to take a difficult decision and unsure of what to do, ask yourself if it is the best course of action for you. Consider the advantages and disadvantages of doing the activity. What do you stand to gain from doing it? And do you anticipate anything to go wrong? What efforts do you need to make? How much of you will it demand? What will you receive in return for the time, money, and effort that you invested in it? Is it worth the effort? Ask these questions and you will see that the answers will give you an idea about what is the right decisions to take. Sometimes you might not have enough information about the people or objects involved to make an informed decision. Lack of information is the common hurdle encountered during the decision-making process. In order to resolve this, make a list of what are the aspects that needs to be taken into consideration for arriving at a right decision. Write down what are your personal goals and note down what resources you can allocate for these goals after attending to your basic expenses. Next, try to gather as much information as possible. It is in the light of this information that the right decision can be arrived at. When you know more, you are more clear about what needs to be done. Knowledge is power, as they say. Therefore, it is important to gain a right understanding about the matter before taking a decision regarding it. Compare the various options available to cater to your goals. Opt for the option that gives you most returns and which you can afford to undertake. Sometimes we are given a lucrative option that may be a one-time offer. For some decisions, the timing is the most crucial element to consider. To achieve some goals, planning is the most important aspect to be considered during decision making. For example, parents often start saving to achieve their children's educational goals and marital goals years in advance to ensure the availability of funds at the time of need. When taking decisions, it is to be gauged if you can do without it, or will your life suffer a setback or stagnation as a result of not doing it. If going for it will give a tremendous boost to your life, then take that decision. For a particular thing, we are provided numerous possibilities. For instance, many people are contacting us and asking us what investment strategy will we take, and we have to take the decision which strategy will yield the most returns. There are several possibilities available to us. Insurance agents, stockbrokers, banks all entice us to invest with them. For career decisions, we are given options of choosing from various courses, colleges, etc. How can we know what is the best course of action to take? Generally speaking, our choices should be based on our goals, the funds and resources at our disposal. We cannot invest our money in projects that will divert the majority of our income into a particular venture. As a rule, only after covering the essential costs needed to maintain your standard of living should you decide how much money or resources should be allocated for your other goals and purposes. Next, decide which venture will you benefit from the most in terms of what you are seeking. When deciding which career to pursue, it's important to consider what qualities the company is seeking in an employee at the time of choosing a course itself. An employer is constantly looking for workers who exhibit competence, efficiency, and who generate revenue for the business. As a result, you should pick a profession that you are already aware of your aptitude for. Make a note of your shortcomings, your strengths, and weaknesses. This will serve as a guideline to make the right career choices. And it goes without saying that you must pursue a career in an area which you excel. You must select the profession in which you are confident that you will make your employer happy. If you are starting a business, you need to pick an industry where you have confidence in your ability to satisfy your customers. Let's now talk about life choices. 5 tips to help you make tough decisions. Look beyond the moment. Evaluate a head choice versus a heart choice. Consider if you could survive if disappointed. Respect the effect and influence of others. Go with what you know. We have been told that it is our values that should determine our decision. But in reality, the hard truth is that we cannot uphold values without having the wealth to power it. Eventually, hard decisions should be taken based on how much money we have to power our plans and dreams. Everything boils down to money. It is always best to have your own income source rather than having your income interrupted by the various job instabilities and other concerns. Understand value and biases. All tough decisions are essentially about weighing values. There are financial values, emotional value, social value, intellectual value, and so on. You have to consider all of them, weigh them appropriately, and not just in short term but in long term aspect as well. During decision making, if there is a target audience, be it a client or a customer involved, who will be the beneficiary of your output, then obviously you have to do things that make them happy. We have been told that you should engage in activities or professions that make you happy, but that is an erroneous advice. A career or business is where someone else is the beneficiary of your service. Wherever someone else's satisfaction is important, you should only offer your services if you have demonstrated aptitude in that activity in a way that the end user benefits from your services. It is always a good decision in life to engage in skill enhancement activities to be able to cater to the end user in a more meaningful way. Sometimes making decisions in life involves making yourself happy. In this case, you will have to find out the goals and activities that you would like to pursue. Try your hand at various activities till you locate what makes your life worthwhile and meaningful. When you have no idea what to do in life, it would be wise to approach an expert or mentor who can give you the right guidance regarding the matter. To summarize, set the right goals, gather information to know more about the matter, seek the right guidance. Remember, guidance is an advice on how to process the information gathered and propel your effort towards the attainment of the intended goal. Right decisions involve setting goals, planning and making savings ahead of time, right allocation of resources and time to ensure the realization of your goals. I hope you found this video helpful in making the right decisions in life. See you in the next video. Thank you.